fairies and besties, welcome back to the channel. So today I'll be sharing with you, my lovely family, this wonderful recipe that will not only save you costs but also save you some energy and time. Now this is fresh tomato paste that will last for 1 to 2 years on your shelf without preservatives and no spoilage. Now let's get right into it. Now guys, this is what you'll be needing. Just fresh tomatoes, okay? Yes, we're making fresh tomato paste, no additives, no preservatives, and it's not going to spoil. Now this is the quantity I'm going to be using for my paste, and I intend to make a paste that will last for no less than 2 months. Now this is the total amount of tomatoes I got, and I got this for like 38k in my local market. Now mind you, I stay in the eastern part of Nigeria and things are not as cheap as they are in the northern part. So the first thing you're going to be doing is to wash the tomatoes, okay? You wash it properly. I'm going to pour this into my sink and I'm going to be washing it very well, because of course you know that there are bacteria in tomatoes, spoiled tomatoes, and you don't want to blend all of them and then allow it incubate on your shelves. Okay, so we are going to wash this properly. I'll be using salt, and you could also use white vinegar. Now I'm done washing it and I'll be taking it to the place where I'm going to blend it. I can't use my blender in the house because of the quantity that I'm supposed to blend, so I'll be taking it to a place where they use industrial blender or grinders to do the job. So we're here now, and let the blending begin. So after blending, these are the quantity I got. 2 buckets and a half. Yes, like you see in this video. So yeah, I'm just showing you guys the quantity I got from blending that amount of tomatoes. Okay, so the next step now is the most important step. So let's get right into it. Now the next step is cooking your tomatoes, like bringing it to a boil. Now the importance of this step is that, one, it will help take out some of the sour taste from these tomatoes, okay? I mean that slappy tanginess that comes with fresh tomatoes. So when you cook this and bring it to a boil, it takes it off to some extent. So, and the second importance of this is that it helps to kill some bacteria in the tomatoes, okay, further helping it to like stay longer for you and preventing early spoilage. So this one now I'm going to be dividing this into batches because I don't have one big pot, and I'm going to be placing this one on a fire outside already set in my compound. While I still divide the others, I'll be using 3 different pots, 3 of my biggest pots. So this is the second pot I'm pouring out tomatoes into, okay? I'll be cooking this one on a separate fire. I'll show you guys where soon, so I don't have to wait so long, because if I start to wait for the other one to get done before I add in this one and then the third batch, I'm going to be wasting too much time. And this will cook for like 35 minutes to 45 minutes. So you see, it's going to take me so long to get everything to boil. Now we have our third pot. So yeah, I'll be scooping in the quantity I want to cook in this pot in it. It's very important to have one very gigantic pot. I will not lie to you, because on this day I felt like, oh, I wish I had just one big pot, but I have to make do with the one I have. People that have those pots, people are lucky, because it would have just been a one-way thing, and it would be way easier for me and even help me save more gas. Now this is the second pot on my hot plate. Okay, I just wanted to show you where I'm cooking this, and then the third one on my gas. So let the cooking begin. Now this one is already boiling. This is what it should look like. I already put out the fire, so yeah. Now the first thing we're going to be doing is to get a cheesecloth, like you see I'm holding in the video. That's called a cheesecloth. That same cloth you use to sieve akamu or pap. Yes, I'll be placing it over a bowl. What we are trying to do here is to strain the tomatoes. Okay, I'm trying to strain out the excess water from the tomatoes, so it helps the cooking process. Okay, the drying process actually, because if you keep cooking this, it's going to dry, but it's going to take a longer time to dry, hours before it dries. But if you can get a cheesecloth and just try to sieve it, this was very hot. I was just trying not to get burnt. It was very hot. I was trying so hard not to get burnt here, because if this water should touch you, it is so hot. So this is the amount of water that came out from this pot. Just imagine, this tomato had so much water, but it's best to take out the water so you get your results faster. Okay, so I'm going to be pouring out this water first and then continue the straining process. Okay, so I take out as much as I can. I couldn't squeeze this. In fact, it's not advisable to squeeze it, but if you can at least apply some pressure, it will help to push out more water faster for you, because this was really hot. So yeah, let's continue straining this till we get out enough water, and then we transfer it back into the pot. So guys, the next thing is to transfer these tomatoes into the pot and continue the cooking. Now we're going to be cooking this till we take out all the water in this, as much as we can. Okay, all the water, it's going to get dry. So yeah, this is the quantity I got from this pot, and I'm going to be going to place it on fire immediately to continue cooking it. And once you place this on fire, please don't walk out, don't go far, just keep turning this, because it's likely to burn if you don't turn it continually. Okay, so just keep turning it while it keeps drying out, and do not cover the pot. After straining the second batch, I added it into the pot with the first batch. Okay, the good thing is that the 3 pots got boiling almost at the same time, so I strained them and poured them all together in one pot so they dry out together. It's very important. So yeah, just keep turning and please do not cover the pot. Just allow it to dry with the pot open, or better still, you cover the pot halfway but do not completely cover this pot. Now I'm adding the third batch into the pot, and that's the total amount of tomatoes that I got from the 3 buckets. Now there are so many species of tomatoes in the market. Try to buy the ones that don't have so much water. I'm still yet to figure out that type of tomato, but yeah, you see, this process is actually life-saving because it saves you a lot. It saves you money, it saves you energy, time, and all of that. And as small as it looks, it's going to last for a very long time in the house. This quantity now will last for like 6 weeks in the house because it's dry. You don't need so much quantity to make a big portion of stew or whatever you're making. So yeah, this is what we have. So I'll continue turning this, and I'm going to cover my pot halfway just because I'm cooking it outside. So yeah, this is what we have. It's still drying, and this process takes it depends on the quantity of tomato you're making, but this took me about 2 hours to dry completely with my firewood. So it's best to use firewood because if you use gas, hey, it's going to take a lot of gas. So this took about 2 hours to dry, and this is what we have, guys. This is dry, not totally dry, but I love it this way. You can continue cooking till you get what you want. Now it's time to put them in airtight containers and store them. So what I used were rubber containers. This is a rubber container, a plastic container, and I also used glasswares, bottle containers. Okay, this one is a bottle container. Now I'm going to guide you on how to wash your containers properly. For the plastic containers, wash them properly and then add a little vinegar into the water to wash it too, or rinsing it off. Then allow them dry off properly before you put in your tomatoes, and ensure not to put in hot tomatoes into your plastic containers. Allow the tomato to cool off properly before you put it in. Then use a cling film or a nylon or a foil to cover it before you cook it so it's airtight. Then for the glasswares, ensure to wash properly. After washing it, try to cook the containers. Put back the glasswares, the glass containers, into a pot, add water and cook it for like 30 minutes just to sterilize the bottles. Now it's best to actually use a glass bottle to save your tomatoes for longer time. If you're going to be using plastic bottle, then you're not going to be keeping it for so long, for more than 1 month, and it must be in the freezer with plastic bottles. But for the glass bottles, you can leave it on your shelf for 1 to 2 years without spoilage if you follow this process the way you just saw me do it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video was really helpful. See you guys on my next one. Bye bye.